Hi, welcome on to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that gives you all the latest Arsenal gossip in the transfer market. And you know what? Today's a fairly quiet day in the whole transfer gossip. And when you get a fairly quiet rumour day, when there's not loads of big rumours flying around, you tend to see a lot of stuff start getting kind of recycled or rumours that are sort of put together, and I think we can see a lot of that today. I mean, the big one today is this one about Mario Gotze. Gotze, of course, World Cup winner. He scored the winning goal in the World Cup. Plays for Bayern Munich. Who can forget when Bayern Munich bought him from Borussia Dortmund, caused a massive hoo-ha over there in Germany. He is an absolute top-class, world-class player. However, it just not working out for him over there in Bayern Munich. He just seems to be, for a player of his stature, he seems to be almost like a bit part player for Bayern Munich. Not always a regular, or when he starts, always getting sort of substituted. You know, not looked upon as one of the main men over there in that Bayern Munich team. Don't get me wrong, they rate him, they like him, they think he's a top player, but he's just not one of the real main guys. Like you say, he's not Ribery, or he's not Iron Robin, or he's not Muller. You know what I mean? He's not the regular starting type go-to guy like those guys. And this guy wants to be that. And lots of sounds coming out over the weekend from his agent in Germany, talking about that, saying that, listen, when this guy's loved, he's a great player, but he's not feeling the love at the moment over there in Bayern Munich. And because of that, there's lots of rumours going around today, linking him with various clubs. But one of the clubs that he's being linked with, of course, is Arsenal. Arsenal loved him before, would have loved to have purchased him before there was lots of rumours linking us with Gotze before he left from Borussia Dortmund and went to Bayern Munich. And we're being told that because of these rumours that he may be available, be a massive transfer, of course. And that Arsenal are on high alert, as a lot of the outlets are saying. Big alert, high alert, red alert, to try and get Gotze. Listen, if a player like that becomes available, of course you move for him. We saw a similar type of move with Mesut Ozil, but a move like this I see as highly unlikely. If it did happen, it would be a Mesut Ozil type thing where it would happen at the last minute. And I suppose you could never discount these type of deals, because the Mesut Ozil thing at the start of that summer, if anybody had mentioned Mesut, well, people didn't even mention Mesut Ozil because they were like, nah, there's no way that Real Madrid are selling him. Then at the last moment, it happened. So apparently Arsenal on alert that if this Gotze, if he is unhappy and he may want to move, Arsenal are very interested in signing him. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. Got to say, at the moment, if you're going to rate it out of 10 at the moment, you'd have to give it a 2 or 3 out of 10 likelihood of happening. But it's one of those deals, as I said, that if it does get done, it's a lastminute.com type deal. Pedro, as we were speaking about yesterday, the Barcelona player, 27 years of age, of course. The Independent newspaper going with a story that Arsenal have opened talks about the availability of Pedro, said to be would cost about 50 million. As I said yesterday, Barcelona have got a 110 million pounds buyout clause apparently on him. I mean, that's the most ridiculous buyout clause I've ever heard of. But apparently they've got that buyout clause on him. As I said, the rumours today, particularly started from the Independent newspaper, claiming that Arsenal are in talks with Barcelona to sign Pedro. Again, as I said yesterday, I see this again as it doesn't make sense to me with the amount of wingers, right wingers that we've got that can play. This is one guy here, Oxlade-Chamberlain, showing brilliant signs last season when he was fit. Do we need a player like Pedro? I think we don't. And I see it again as a very unlikely move. there are links linking him with Liverpool, who probably, if they sell Sterling, would more need a player like Pedro than Arsenal. But then could they offer him Champions League football? They could offer him starting football every week. Could they offer him Champions League football? That would be the question. But Pedro being linked again today with a move to Arsenal, as is Arturo Vidal. Again, you know, it depends where you read the stories on this one. There are, you know, outlets reporting that Real Madrid are going to sign him from Juventus and that it's already a done deal. There are outlets reporting, remember, even before that, it was a done deal that he was supposed to be coming to Arsenal. His agent said that, listen, he's had no talks with Arsenal. The Metro newspaper, not always the most reliable of newspapers when it comes to transfer links. They've been reporting that according to Juventus, you know, that they're willing to sell. They've got information that Juventus are willing to sell him to Arsenal. Listen, this is just going all over the place at the moment. At the moment, it doesn't look like. I mean, I'm still a bit miffed why Juventus would want to sell Vidal, because, you know, he's just had a brilliant tournament. If they lose Pogba, which it looks like they're probably going to lose Pogba, can they afford to lose Vidal as well? I know that they've signed Sami Khedira, but it just, you know, but if they do sell him, I still think that, you know, that rumour linking him to Real Madrid might have some legs in it, although they've got lots of quality midfielders in that area as well, like guys like Modric, etc. So we're really going to have to wait and see what happens with Vidal. As I've always said all along, wouldn't mind it if he came, top quality player, but just can't see where. I mean, the Metro today, who are going strong with this, saying that Juventus are willing to sell Vidal to Arsenal because they want to get Oscar from Chelsea. So that's why they're willing to sell him to Arsenal. As I said before, let's wait and see what happens with this one. But at the moment, again, if I was to rate this rumour out of 10, I say I'd have to give it about a 4. I'll give it a 4, and that's me being generous that he'll end up at Arsenal. One player is on his way out, or has already left Arsenal and has joined Liverpool. Yes, the player has left us to join Liverpool. He's a youngster, goes by the name of Elijah Dixon-Bonner. He's an Arsenal youth player. He's rejected a new contract at Arsenal and has opted to join Liverpool for a nominal fee. So Liverpool have got one of our young players. He's already signed for Liverpool. Didn't know a great deal about him, but they say he's very quick, and maybe he could be the long-term replacement for Raheem Sterling. But Dixon-Bonner has left Arsenal to join Liverpool. Let's see what you guys have had to say about the transfer rumours. There was, you know, quite a few flying around yesterday. Mina Radu says we should get Gary Medel, Carvalho, and Lacazette or Jan. Asamoah Jan? That would be a strange one, even though he was banging the goals in when he was in England, but I think he's way past his best. Gary Medel really, really impressed me in the Copa America. And I remember seeing him when he was playing for Cardiff, and I thought he was a decent player then. But, you know, I was like, where is he now? Inter Milan, I don't think they'd want to sell him. His performance in the Copa America was absolutely brilliant. Johnny Bravo 160 says, I'm sure Wenger already stated last season that he's not a fan of having strikers of the same nationality. That's talking about the Benzema one. Of course, Benzema being heavily linked with a move to Arsenal yesterday. I don't know about that. I think if Benzema became available, Wenger would definitely be in for him. He's a top-class, top-quality player. Strikers of the same nationality, you've got players of the same nationality. You know, Theo and the Ox are the same nationality, battling out for the same place, Welbeck. So I don't see how that makes sense, to be honest. Joe Crawford says, Lord, please give Arsenal Benzema. All right, so, you know, his mind's made up. Ahmed Mohammed says, Benzema for 18 million. Come on now, people. I tend to kind of agree with him. Those rumours suggesting he would be as cheap as that, I can't see how he'd be that cheap. The Invincible says Lacazette and Kricak, the defensive midfielder who plays for Sevilla, and a fast and tall centre-back. I don't think we'll be looking to get any centre-backs this summer. But, you know, that's his opinion. But I really think we're going to be okay in that position at the moment. Colleen Anderson says, I really hope Higuain does not come to Arsenal because he bottled the chances at the 2014 World Cup. He cost Napoli a place in the Champions League, and now he fails in the Copa America. Certainly not a good, you know, couple of years when he's come to those really big games for Gonzalo Higuain. Coach Krumpack says, I think we should sign Benzema. He won't sell for under £20 million. I think he'll be around the price of Alexis Sanchez. He says, hopefully 40 million plus a pound maximum. I do think it'd be a lot more than that 80 million that they're talking about. Or, as I said yesterday, it could be that it would be a round about that sort of fee to buy him, but the wages would be massive. Definitely he'd be on some really, really high wages. But he would be that type of quality striker that we need, and we've been told at Arsenal, looking at him as a priority by many of the media outlets. As I said today, the one today, high alert for Gotze. I very much doubt it, but let's see what happens. Thanks for watching Arsenal Transfer Daily today. We'll be back with more transfer rumours tomorrow around about the same time.